Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here, my friends. Just wanted to say hello, happy day. Everything's great. Nothing noteworthy has happened on planet Earth in the last 24 hours. So I love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. And don't forget to support the channel by liking the videos. All right, you guys take care. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out. I almost forgot that we are now on an irreversible crash course with yet another nuclear superpower. How could I forget such a thing? Right. So yeah, the China-Taiwan situation, the complete imminent destruction of U.S.-China relations is now hanging in the balance, and it's going to happen. It's now official. We are going to war with the Chinese and the Russians. Congratulations. Congratulations, government, military officials, mainstream media. You guys have done a great job. Nothing to worry about. Apparently, the flippant mainstream media just views this as another walk in the park. It's going to be another Afghanistan or Iraq or Vietnam. All those successful wars that we've had will pale in comparison to how easy it's going to be to steamroll a country with 1.5 billion people and a $30 trillion GDP. It's going to be a walk in the park, so just don't worry about it. Anyways, guys, all jokes aside, the shit's hitting the fan. So, China's ambassador to Pakistan said, when asked, what are we going to do in response to Pelosi's visit, smirkingly said, wait and see. What is China going to do? Do you think China has a plan? Do you think when this is the one thing that they've been focusing on in terms of, you know, with respect to, exception of Hong Kong and a few other places, this is their primary focus from a geostrategic standpoint. Do you think they have a plan? Well, apparently there's videos of the Chinese moving around intercontinental ballistic missiles that have an estimated range of 12,000 to 15,000 kilometers and the ability to carry 3 to 8 nuclear warheads being transported to dispersal sites. Now, is the Chinese just releasing these videos in order to send a message in the same way that the Russians did that at the start of the Ukraine war? Possibly. Is there a reason that they are now amassing troops in areas that are opposite the Taiwan Strait while Taiwan conducts military drills and is on high alert in response to this? Is there a reason for all this? Do you think they're going to respond? Well, what they've done, guys, is they're going to do the whole blockade thing, okay? They got these live fire exercises occurring within Taiwanese waterways, and these are positions of various warships and fleets and whatnot. And now this doesn't really do it justice, because this is a huge area. Okay, so it's not like they have the whole thing blockaded. That would be physically impossible. They just don't have the manpower to do that. But what they can do is they can stop sending goods to Taiwan, which is exactly what they are going to do and what they've committed to do. So I think there's like how much is it? 200 billion in trade that goes between Taiwan and China. And they're going to stop sending a lot of the goods that Taiwan needs just from China. Now, they haven't officially blockaded Taiwan from the rest of the world yet. Of course, that would be an all-out act of war in which the U.S. may or may not intervene. It's, they got these aircraft carriers within the region. Are they going to start World War III over this? I don't know. What do I know? To be brutally honest, do not rely on anything I say, because I'm an idiot. And I'm not privy to the intel, the higher level intel that Nancy Pelosi and her entourage has. Look, it may well be the case that they have some sort of plan that I am not aware of, and I'm just an idiot. I'm willing to steel man my own arguments like that. Okay? I think that Zoom probably would have been a better option, but some people think that based on our past successes in Vietnam and Iraq and Afghanistan and all those places, that, it's best that we just confront the Chinese directly. What's the worst that could possibly happen? And I just have to accept that, because I'm just a lowly peasant. Now, what's going to happen next? Well, Russia has pledged their unwavering support. They are in absolute solidarity, their words, not mine, absolute solidarity with China, Dmitry Peskov said during a press conference on Tuesday. He is the Kremlin spokesperson, and he says that this visit by Nancy Pelosi, who is second in line to the presidency, who is nobody, was purely provocative and intended to provoke a response from the Chinese, which of course will provoke a response from the Taiwanese. And we all know that the U.S. will stand by Taiwan to the bitter end and will never, and is not just trying to bait them into a fight with the Chinese for whatever reason to ensure that the U.S. dollar remains on top and the whole system doesn't collapse, because the whole dystopian framework isn't in place yet to lord over the domestic population. We need more time. We got to kick this can down the road. This massive debt bubble that we've been accruing over the past 50 odd years, that's only there because of the petrodollar. We're not ready for that whole thing to collapse yet. They need the police are not militarized enough yet. So we need to kick that can down the road a bit. So if you, Taiwan, could just, start some shit with China. We got Russia occupied. And hopefully it doesn't backfire on us and all of these companies don't jump ship from the US dollar, which is kind of happening, at least sort of happened in Russia. But we're pretty sure it's going to work this time. We're pretty sure that, this is going to work to our advantage. So let's just see what happens. In other news, Moscow has warned of cutting ties. And listen to the language here, guys. The Russian spokesperson, Foreign Ministry spokesperson, Maria Zakharova, has said that if the U.S. were to label Russia a state sponsor of terrorism, which is in the process of being passed in Congress, I believe, it would constitute a point of no return between the two nations. A point of no return. Isn't that interesting? So that pretty much cements our fate on that front, on the Western Front. What more is there to say? It appears, though, now that this is the mainstream news. Focus is on Taiwan. It's now the official demarcation of the end of the Ukraine war, even though it's still raging with intensity and ferocity never before seen in the war. It's over now. Now we're focusing on Taiwan because I guess it's going to get better ratings because people are just tired of the whole saga that's transpired in the West. So we need to move attention over to other things. I really don't know what to say at this point, guys. It's all a hot take at this point. It does appear that this is the beginning of the complete and utter breakdown of U.S.-China relations. Prepare for the great decoupling. Prepare for there to be none of that cheap stuff in the stores. At least not until we can get robots to make it cheaper than the cheap labor that came out of China, because it's no more. There's a lot of flippant people out there who say, Chinese needs us. I don't know where people get this idea. I really don't understand in what reality we can convince ourselves that the country that now has the industrial base to build everything that we depend on in some way, shape, or form truly needs us, were it not for the phony baloney monetary system that we've erected and hope doesn't collapse, because we hope the Saudis will continue to trade in US dollars. The Saudis, who now want to be a part of BRICS, right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, that whole union that unfortunately we haven't been invited to. So all I can say is keep on prepping, enjoy life to the best of your capability. I'm not saying get all down and, doom and gloom and sit there and stare at your bug out bag for 24 hours and wait for the shit to hit the fan. But the shit could very well hit the fan. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What's your take on all of this? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.